Hey crew, welcome back to the workshop. Artisan Pirate here, and in today's fun scroll saw project video, we are going to be making a project for the 4th of July. Now, in case you haven't heard, the year 2026 is the 250th anniversary of America, the good old US of A. Now, in the great scheme of things in world history, our country is not that old, but it's still a need to celebrate, crew. And I got a nice little pattern picked out from a very old issue of Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts magazine by Fox Chapel Publishing. And the magazine is so old, in fact, that it's back when it was just called Scroll Saw Workshop. And it says summer 2005, so well over 20 years old is this issue. And the issue in question is number 19. There you see the cover of it. And there you see a sneak peek of what we are hopefully going to be cutting out completely over at the Scroll Saw. The article begins on page 16, and here you see it says Independence Day box. Scroll this box inspired by the American flag. Layering techniques let you make the box as deep or as shallow as you want. So that's going to be really cool and creative for this project. There you see again the visual representation, and I want to thank Mr. Scott Roberts for this beautiful and creative design that hopefully once again shows off the Scroll Saw's creative versatility. And there you see a nice article on how to make the box and bring it to life. And then on the following page is the full size pattern. You can see the lid of the box, and then you can see the cavity of the box. It's got a nice little silhouette of the shape of the good old US of A. And now I'm going to make mine a little bit differently than how it is potentially intended to be made in the magazine. I made a few copies of the pattern, and I hope that this is going to be all the material we are going to be needing for today's project. If not, I've got more material in the scrap bin that I can easily at hand grab. But the cavity of the box is going to be 3 pieces of 3/4 inch material, and I'm not going to scroll these out all at one individual time. You could potentially do it over at a bandsaw, but I do want to make it completely on the scroll saw. There you see the full size pattern, and when I get the first one cut out, you've seen me do this technique in the past. Since I only use clear packing tape to attach this pattern, I'll just take that pattern, lay it on the next one, cut it out, lay it on the next one, cut it out, to get the thickness of the box. Now, as the magazine just said, you can go as thick or as thin as you want, depending on what you want to place in the box. Then the lid is going to have some form of scroll saw segmentation, which is really cool. And I've got a couple extra pieces of 1/4 inch material cut to size here in case we need them. But the lid of the box, again, is in the stylized way of the American flag with the 50 stars and everything. You've got one big star here, you've got the stripes here, so the stars and stripes are represented. And I've got this pattern attached with spray adhesive and blue painter's tape because again it's going to be segmented. I've got another star prepped here, and we're going to stack cut this. Now we're only going to stack cut the outside shape of the box because we need a backer board to the same shape to glue the individual pieces to once they are sanded, shaped, colored, spray painted, and glued to the backer board. Hopefully that makes sense. And since everything here is pretty much going to be spray painted in the video, in the way I'm making it for the video for you all to hopefully enjoy, there's no need to worry about any kind of grain direction. So just be aware of that if you are going to prep the pattern and maybe use just basic stains or something like that, or exotic or hardwoods. Always be aware of the grain direction. But since everything is pretty much prepped and prepared, let's move the camera over to the workbench and start celebrating America's 250th birthday with a patriotic themed scroll saw project. And over here at the workbench, I'm going to take the Seiko scroller's drill and drill out the one pilot hole we need for now, and head right over to the Rikon scroll saw to begin scrolling. For all of the scrolling on this project, I'll be using a number 5 Ultra reverse tooth blade, and it will cut through all thicknesses of the material in today's video exceptionally well with a minimal chip out. And you'll see why I only drilled one pilot hole, because I'm being as careful as I can be and as loyal to the cut line as I can be, so I can use the same paper template to attach to our next one and continue on. This is a great advantage with just using clear packing tape for attaching the patterns. And we are continuing on with the second layer. And when you seen me lean over, I went over and drilled the pilot hole in this one. But I'll cut out all 3 layers in this manner. And as the magazine indicates where the pattern's located, you can make the box as thick or as thin if you wanted it. If you wanted to present like a red, white, and blue necklace or something, you could just totally cut out 1 layer here to lay a necklace in. But again, if you wanted to put some patriotic trinkets in it, you could of course stack them up like I am doing here with the individual layers of 3/4 inch pine. And now I'm going to go on and cut out our bottom, and I'm just taping a piece of 1/4 inch material to it. And now I can put the dust mask on. I was using my teeth to just quickly cut the tape. But now we have that final layer and also the bottom of the box. And here at the close-up view, you can see how I am getting those nice, crisp, sharp points on the star. I'm just cutting out into the waste wood to do a quick U-turn and making all of the points on the star nice and crisp. And now we are going to cut out the stars and stripes itself. And when this being a basic segmentation style lid, I will just cut everything out as carefully as I can in a puzzle-like manner. But now I'm just going through here and just following the cut lines to the best of my abilities. If you all would like to try this pattern, it's available in an older issue of Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts magazine by Fox Chapel Publishing. As always, taking my time and letting the blade do the work. After I am done with all of the scrolling, we will move right over to sanding with 180 grit Klingspor Woodworking Shop sandpaper in the vibrating palm sander. And I did not want to bore you all with all of the peeling off the pattern from the individual pieces. But no, I did do that behind the scenes. Had a little excess tape on that piece I quickly peeled away. And for all of the stars and stripes that are cut out of 1/4 inch material, we are going to go over to the workbench where we have our first visual of everything, and I'm going to sand all of those pieces by hand because they are very fragile. And as a matter of fact, I ended up breaking one of them, and I had to quickly repair it on the fly with some medium grade CA glue and activator. You can see I set it aside here. But now, once everything is sanded, it will be time for the initial glue up. And I'll be using more medium grade CA glue and activator. And I'm gluing the lid together here. I cut out an extra silhouette of the United States to hold the lid on. But we will just layer it up and assemble it. If you all like what you're seeing, I would highly encourage you to subscribe to the channel and also follow me across all the social media feeds under the Artisan Pirate name. I'd truly appreciate the support. But I give the box around 5 minutes to make sure it had completely dried and cured. And now with the lid on the box, we took it over to the rigid belt sander and I did some flush sanding, making sure that the lid, the 3 layers of 3/4 inch pine, and then the 1/4 inch bottom piece was all uniform and flush all the way around. But now it will be time to begin adding some color, and I'm going to use, since this is a 4th of July project, the traditional red, white, and blue colors. The box and the lid is spray painted with a nice bright blue color. and I set everything in front of fans to dry. And then over here on the other little table, I spray painted carefully all of the pieces that make up the flag, and I was using a piece of cardboard to shield away any of the overspray. But everything was set in front of a fan for drying, and after everything was dry to the touch, it was time to begin the final assembly by gluing the stars and stripes to the lid. And I will of course be using more of our CA glue and activator. Working quickly here because the glue does bond quickly. But after I was happy with everything, and I done a final inspection to see if there was any need for any touch-ups, and I was happy with the box, after it dried for around another 5 minutes, it was time for a finish. And for a finish, we gave the box a few coats of Rust-Oleum clear gloss. And when it dried, our beautiful patriotic themed box project was complete, just in time for America's 250th birthday. Really happy with how this project came out. And here we have our completed patriotic American flag theme box, cut out completely over on the Rikon scroll saw from start to finish, just in time for America's 250th birthday. How cool is it, crew, that we are living in a time where we can celebrate 250 years of the good old US of A. The flag came out nice and crisp. The box came out phenomenally, and I hope along from start until now, as we are closing the video, you all picked up a tip, trick, or tidbit, or maybe learned a new trick over at the scroll saw when it comes to making a project like this. Everything I used today was pretty much from the scrap bin, so you can see with a little bit of time, practice, patience, and effort what can be achieved. Now we are going to look at the cavity of the box first, and then we'll focus on the lid, which has the most detail. We have 3 layers here of 3/4 inch pine, and then the bottom layer is 1/4 inch plywood, and then the cavity of the box makes up the outline, a silhouette, so to speak, of the good old US of A. And as it said in the magazine that I'll show you as we get ready to close this video, you can go as thick or as thin as you want to. Of course, I am a pirate and I love collecting things and treasures, so I wanted this box to have a lot of room to put some nice little keepsakes in it. If you're a coin collector and you had some of the bicentennial quarters like my grandmother used to collect, you could put those in here. You could of course go in here and put a lighter shade of material at the bottom and not paint it blue like I did in today's video, and you could put 4th of July or Happy Birthday America on the bottom with a laser or a wood burner. But really neat, very straightforward design, and I think it came out beautifully. And the Rust-Oleum spray paint and clear gloss we added really brought out the colors and the grain textures. But then we had the lid, which used the segmentation method of scroll saw woodworking, and you see it has one single patriotic star just for one country, but you have the stars and stripes here, and everything here is cut out of 1/4 inch material. Then we have the backer board that everything is glued to, that's also 1/4 inch material, and then I cut out a thin version of the silhouette of the United States of America to use as a lid. The one featured in the magazine wants you to use dowel pins, and I didn't want to go that route. I've made boxes similar like this in the past, and they've always came out great. You can see the shape of the US of A. You can see it there, and they match up, and you can see here the lid's not going to want to bounce off or anything. And again, you still have room to put plenty of little trinkets or goodies or jewelry or whatever you want to in here. And with the back side of the lid, as I said, with the bottom here, you could of course laser engrave or wood burn or even write a quote for the 250th birthday of America. but I'm really happy with how this project came out. I had seen it in the magazine that I'm getting ready to show you all, and I kept playing around in my mind like, how can I film that and bring that to life in the best way possible in a teaching manner over here on the YouTube platform. So hopefully I achieved a great straightforward way to make a box over here on the YouTube platform. As I said, the design comes from a very old issue of Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts magazine by Fox Chapel Publishing, and I want to once again thank Mr. Scott Roberts for the beautiful and creative design for Scroll Saw Woodworking. Here is the cover once again. Summer 2005, issue 19, all the way back to when it was just originally called Scroll Saw Workshop and not Scroll Saw Woodworking and Crafts magazine as it is called in today's times. But there is the cover of it, packed with great patterns and articles. And the pattern we brought to life today began on page 16 with a nice visual representation, a nice step-by-step guide, and then the following page has the full-size pattern you photocopy. And as you can see here in the bottom, they did put 4th of July. You could, of course, put the flocking, I think that's what it's called, on the inside of it, the felt-like material on the inside to really jazz the box up. Again, my goal here today was to, one, make a project for the 4th of July, and to also show you how to just make the box in a straightforward manner. Now, on the previous page, it does say, check the pattern pullout for bonus patriotic shapes to fill your box with. As you can see here, it looks like they've got some little stars and Uncle Sam's red, white, and blue hat to put in the box. But unfortunately, this is one of those magazines we found while spring cleaning last year, I believe it was, and I do not have the pattern pullout section, unfortunately. But never fear, crew. Fox Chapel Publishing does a great job of archiving their old magazines. As I said, this was issue 19, so it is loaded onto these archival CDs you can pick up from foxchapelpublishing.com. This one has issues 13 through 24, so not only this magazine number 19, but also issues 13 through 24 loaded in a PDF format. So if I wanted to, I could load this into the computer and print out those patriotic trinkets to put down in our 4th of July box. But as it is, I think it finished up beautifully. It's very patriotic. The colors are nice and vibrant. And again, I just hope that a project like this really shows the versatility of what can be made out in your garage or workshop on a scroll saw. The happy 250th birthday, America, the good old US of A. I have lived all of my life in America, actually in North Carolina, but I am proud to be an American, and I'm proud of the heritage. And we are not a perfect country by any means. And as I said at the beginning of the video, in the relative scheme of things in world history, the country is not really that old as opposed to like countries overseas and everything. But again, 250 years is a need for celebration, crew, and I hope if there's any 4th of July festivities in your area this year that you get out and enjoy them, because again, how often are we going to be around for the 250th birthday of a country or a celebration like this? But I hope you had a lot of fun in today's video, and hopefully along the start until now as we are closing the video, you hopefully picked up a tip, trick, or tidbit for scroll saw woodworking. But that's going to be about all for this one, crew. If you're new to the channel, hopefully you'll click that subscribe button and also follow me across all my social media feeds under the Artisan Pirate name. As always, links to contact me as well as all my social media feeds will always be linked down in the description box below these videos. That's about all for this one, crew, and remember, if I can make it or do it, so can you all. I'm the Artisan Pirate. Take care, and I'll see you all real soon.